October 1777, a muddy field in upstate New York. Two armies clash in a fight that will change the world. This isn't just another battle. It's the moment an empire begins to crumble and a nation is born. Welcome to Saratoga, the turning point of the American Revolution, a victory so shocking it convinced the world that the impossible could happen. Stick around to find out how a ragtag army of colonists humiliated the mighty British Empire, and why this battle still echoes today. By 1777, the American Revolution was hanging by a thread. The colonists had declared independence a year earlier, but they were losing badly. George Washington's army was battered, morale was low, and the British smelled victory. Their plan: cut the colonies in half. General John Burgoyne, nicknamed Gentleman Johnny, led a massive army south from Canada, aiming to seize the Hudson River and choke the rebellion. 8,000 British regulars, Hessian mercenaries, and native allies marched with confidence. Meanwhile, the American forces, farmers, blacksmiths, and volunteers, were outnumbered and outgunned. It looked like game over. September 19th, the first clash erupts at Freeman's Farm. Burgoyne's redcoats meet General Horatio Gates and his American troops. The British have discipline and firepower. The Americans have desperation and sharpshooters, like Daniel Morgan's riflemen, who pick off officers from the trees. The fighting is brutal. Bayonets clash, cannons roar, and smoke fills the air. The British technically win the field, but it's a hollow victory. They lose twice as many men, and their supplies are dwindling. The Americans retreat, but they're not broken. They're waiting. 3 weeks later, October 7th, Burgoyne's army is starving, bogged down in mud and losing hope. He gambles everything on a second attack at Bemis Heights, but the Americans are ready. General Benedict Arnold, yes, that Benedict Arnold, before he turned traitor, rides out in a fury defying orders. He rallies the troops, charges the British lines, and turns the tide. The redcoats falter. Hessian mercenaries fall. By nightfall, Burgoyne's army is shattered. 10 days later, on October 17th, he surrenders. 8,000 British soldiers lay down their arms. So why does Saratoga matter? First, it's a morale bomb. The Americans prove they can win. Not just skirmishes, but a real decisive battle. Second, it's a game changer on the world stage. France, watching from across the Atlantic, smells British weakness. King Louis XVI sends ships, troops, and money. Suddenly, this isn't just a colonial uprising. It's a global war. Without Saratoga, there's no French alliance. Without that alliance, there's no Yorktown, and maybe no United States. Saratoga wasn't the end of the war, but it was the beginning of the end for British rule. Burgoyne went home in disgrace. The colonists found their fire, and a nation started to believe in itself. Today, historians call it one of the most important battles in history, not just for America, but for the world. It's a story of underdogs, chaos, and a single moment that tipped the scales. Next time you hear Land of the Free, remember, it started in the mud of Saratoga. Did Saratoga really make America? What do you think? Could the revolution have survived without it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you like this dive into history, hit that subscribe button. We've got more stories like this coming your way. See you in the next one.